Hey you guys, this is Mr. Waltz. I'm going to show you how to do figure 6 here in the Fusion Model Creation 2 assignment. So you can see this thing here, and the way I like to do this one is if you look at the right side view, it's kind of an L shape. So I'm going to sketch the L shape, and then it kind of has a rectangle cut out of the front here. So that's how I like to do it. So looking at the L shape, uh, we'll do this side here. This, if you look here, the right side, it's 5 units deep. It's 2, 4, 6 units tall, and this base of the L, it's 2 units high, and it sticks out 2 units. And then we're going to extrude it 2, 4, 6, 8. All right, so it's going to be 5 by 6. This little piece on the bottom is 2 by 2. So I hop over to Fusion, got myself a new design. You can hit the plus sign if you don't have one. I'm going to create a sketch, and because I'm going to do the side of the L, I'm going to use this plane here for my sketch, the YZ plane. That way it'll be oriented just like the one on the assignment. And so I'm going to draw lines for this. So I'm going to start at the origin and then go to the left. And I believe this was 6. Let me double check. 2, 4, it's 5. Okay, excuse me. So I'm drawing a line to the left. I'm going to make it 5 units. So 5 star 0.25, which is 1.25. The height of this, I'm going to draw another line from the origin. Let me zoom, hide the sketch palette. I'm going to click there on the origin and then go up. It's 6 star 0.25, enter. And then down here on the bottom, I'm going to make the part that sticks out. I'm also, before I sketch, I'm going to move this dimension over. So I just hit escape, click on it and drag it. I'm going to bring it over to the right. So now I make the little part that sticks out. So down here, this is going to be a height of 2 squares, which is 0.5. And then I'm going to make another line. Shortcut is L. You can use the line tool or you could just type L. And I'm going to click from here and go to the right 2 squares, which is 0.5. And then the cool thing is once I've drawn those 2 lines, to finish this is very easy. I'm just going to click right here and draw a line that goes up. And what I want it to do is come up and be even with the top of this other line. So as I come up, I don't have to actually type the number. If I don't want, what I can do is take my mouse over to the top of the other line. Don't click, but you're basically registering that point. And then if I come back to the left, you can see this little blue dashed line. It's tracking that. So I can make it exactly the same height, click there, and then I just come across and finish it. And there it is. Um, Finish your sketch, go to your home view, and then we're going to extrude that, and it's 8 is the extrude depth. So let me zoom out here, extrude 8 squares, and hopefully you know by now that 8 quarters is $2, so it's just 2. All right, so there it is. There's the basic shape. Now we need to cut a little rectangle out of the middle. So here's this rectangle. So if you look at this, you can see the rectangle, it starts on the top, right? There's 2 squares here from the left side of the part to the left of the rectangle. There's 2 squares over here on the right. So that's 0.5 on each side. And then I just got to figure out how far down it goes. It looks like it goes down 3 squares. So that's 0.75. And then how far to extrude it in. And if you look at it, to extrude it in, we're going to extrude it in halfway. It's going to be 1 square and then half a square. So 1.5 squares. All right. So 4 squares wide, 3 squares tall. It's 0.5 or 2 squares from each side, and extrude it 1.5 squares. So I'm going to put a sketch on this face of the object. So I just click create sketch and click there. And I'm going to zoom in and draw a rectangle. I'm going to put the rectangle right in here. Make sure you don't get a midpoint, right? We don't want a midpoint. We don't want an end point. But somewhere it just has an X here on this line. Click, and then we can drag this down. And the width is going to be 4 squares, which is 1. So I'm just going to type 1. And then I'm going to hit tab. And the height is going to be 3 squares, which is 0.75. And then I hit enter. So there's the rectangle. Now you can see that it's got some blue edges, and what we have to do is tell it how far to be from the side. And you can see I drew it a little bit off center. It's a little closer to the left side. I'm going to move this dimension out here because I don't like it there. And then I'm going to add a dimension. Remember, to add a dimension, you can click on the tool. You can type D for dimension. I'm going to click on this corner here, which is the corner of the rectangle I drew, and then the corner of the 3D shape. Move up here, click again, and type 0.5. All right, so that sketch is good to go. I'm going to finish my sketch, go to my home view, and just extrude, dude. We're going to extrude halfway. It's 1.5 squares. And so I click extrude. I click on this shape that I drew. I'm going to drag the arrow so it's going inwards a little bit. And then I'm just going to put the distance. It's going to be 1.5 star 0.25. And it's 0.375. Now you can see I done goofed here. And so I had it going in, it was cutting. And then when I typed the numbers, it came out. And the reason is the sign of the numbers. So these are now positive numbers that I typed. To make it go in, I need a negative sign. So that was my mistake. So keep an eye on that. If you put positive numbers, it'll extrude one way. If you put negative, it'll extrude the other way. There we go, minus. You can see it automatically switches to cut. You can hit OK, and we're done. And then we're going to click Save. This one is number 6. Make sure you have the right project. Share your link, copy it, add it to Classroom, and you're done. See ya.